Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to load our torrent, take us back where we were, and down here you can go to settings and see where things get downloaded to. So I'm just going to get out of here and I'm going to go to that location, and that would be right here. So there's my file, and then what I'm going to do is launch VirtualBox, and I'm going to say new, and I'm going to say Ubuntu server video, and chooses Linux 64-bit for me automatically. I'll just stick with 1024, that's fine. I'll go to create a virtual hard disk now. I'll choose create. I'll dynamically allocate. I'm just taking the defaults. 10 gig is probably, for our current purposes, is fine, but you can certainly go larger, as you could allocate more memory if you wanted it. And then you go to settings here on the one you've created. You go to storage. You click on the virtual CD, and you go choose virtual disk. And I'm in my D BitTorrent where the thing was downloaded. I choose open. I choose OK. I choose start, and it brings it up. And then, so it brings me to this screen, and then for quite a while here, I'm not going to belabor this because we can simply choose the defaults. We can simply choose install, and I'm just not going to, I'm going to pause. Okay, so this is the first time I had to make a decision. What am I going to call this guy? And I'll simply call it VirtualBox Vid. Ubi Vid. Doesn't much matter what you call it. I press tab to get over to continue, and then full name of user. I do tab to keep going. Username for account. Why don't we make it BC user, because it just gets rid of a lot of the whole thing. I'm using tab to get around here. And do you see I'm just using our famous BC user? It says you've got a weak password. Is that okay? And I don't want to encrypt my home directory, and I'll pause. And it asks about the time zone, so I'll choose yes, it's the correct time zone, and I'll pause. Now the next one is here. Do you want the entire disk? Or guided use entire disk and set up LVM. Let's just choose guided use entire disk. Then just pick the defaults here and write the changes to disk and choose yes. And again, I'm going to go to pause. Okay, next place I need to make a decision is here, and I can just choose tab over to continue. I don't need a proxy. And again, I'm going to go to pause. The next decision is about the security updates. I think we probably ought to have them installed automatically, and I'll go to pause again. Okay, so now it gives us a choice of some options to install, and as you know, we're eventually going to want to install LAMP, and we're eventually going to want to install SSH, so let's include them. And again, we can just take the defaults or just let it go. New password for the SQL user. I'm just going to put in something simple here. It asks about the master boot record. Go ahead and take the defaults. Okay, so it takes me now. It says installation's complete. I press enter here. It had warned us about removing the disk. We don't need to worry about that. VirtualBox is smart enough to do that automatically. It just reboots up again, and now we're actually booting into the operating system. So our install is complete at this point. All it needs to do is load, then we type in our username and password, which will be VC user twice, and we'll have installed VirtualBox, bare bones. So here I am doing it, and I'm in. All right, that's all I wanted to show you. Thank you.